Hey guys, I want to welcome you to a weekend tidbit. And you just got out here. Well, you don't want to go down. Talking to my dog. Well, remember what I said last week? I want to do weekend tidbits and talk about things on Netflix. Yeah. And this time I want to talk about all the Star Trek series. That's right. All the Star Treks. Every one of them are on Netflix. I absolutely love Star Trek. I can never get enough of it. I keep repeating, watching series, repeating it over and over and over again. Are any of you guys like that? Well, today I want to talk about what my favorite series were and are, and things like that. You know, everybody knows Star Trek. So instead of really talking, I'm going to tell you if I liked them, what I liked about them, what I disliked about them. Yeah, let's get started. Well, right off the bat, since I was a little boy, I watched the first Star Trek with James T. Kirk, okay? And I was a little boy, I loved it as a kid, and I kind of got a little older and outgrew it, basically. Then I really didn't, watch Star Trek for a while, and when The Next Generation came out, and here's something funny, listen to this now. When The Next Generation came out, I think that came out in 86 or 87. 1986, 1987. I hated it. I completely despised of The Next Generation. I have no idea why, too. Maybe it's because it was so different, and I was so used to Captain Kirk. I wasn't ready for something different. So pretty much I hated The Next Generation for many years to come, alright? So let's put that on hold. Remember that. I hated it for many, many years to come. So for years there, I didn't watch Star Trek. If I did, I watched the reruns. And this is actually before Netflix. I found Deep Space Nine. Oh yeah, I found it on one of the channels. Was barely able to pick up. And I'm going to try to give you a year on this. Give me a minute. Let me give you a year when I started watching Deep Space Nine. 1998, I started watching it. No, 1997. Or was it 1996? One of them years, I was just messing around on the TV looking for something to watch and ran across Deep Space Nine. Instantly fell in love with it. Oh my gosh. Oh, everything about it I loved. I mean, it was just so cool. See, the cool thing about Deep Space Nine is, well, as you know, it's a space station, and the cool thing about it is, it was showing many different lives at once, many different things. The Ferengis, the Doctor, and who could forget Odo? Oh my God, I thought Odo was the coolest, the changeling. So instantly, it sucked me right in. But I was only able, I caught it now. And I was only able to watch it for about maybe 5 or 6 months. Then it went off air. Just completely went off air. So I wasn't able to watch any more of it at all. So I went for another couple years without watching the other Star Treks. So many years went by and I actually bought the first series of Deep Space Nine. It cost me a fortune. Dang near $100. So I would watch it repeatedly. Then eventually we got Netflix. And over the years of Netflix, they added some Star Trek series. They added a little bit of this, a little bit of that. They added the very first one with James T. Kirk. They finally added Deep Space Nine. Oh yeah, and I finally got to watch all of it then, finally. And then one day I finally finished up with Deep Space Nine, and I seen The Next Generation. It's like, oh my God, let's just give it a shot. See, I can't sit here and put something down that I never actually gave a shot. Never did. Then I started watching it. Instantly I fell in love with it. Oh my gosh. Why did I ever hate this? I could never figure it out. Why did I despise of this before? But yet I love it today. So I finally watched all of that. And after I got done with that, I was lucky enough to find out they put another one on Netflix. When I got done with Next Generation, sorry, something took my attention over there. When I got done with that, it was shortly after that we found the Voyager. Guys, I'm telling you now. Okay, real quick, let me tell you what I liked about the Next Generation. Was basically life in space. I think it was the captain all the way. Captain Picard made that show. I'm telling you now. And it was the life in outer space and the adventures they went on. And who could forget Q? Okay. So instantly, I just it took me to another world. It made me, for that moment, pretend maybe one day this will be real, and maybe I will live to see it, and I can live in space. I was daydreaming. Well, like I said, then I found the Voyager. Man, something about the Voyager, oh wow. Now, the Voyager, if you ain't ever seen the Voyager, they ended up in the Delta Quadrant. And they got stranded. They was trying to get home. They went through lots of adventures. And if you like Q, that starred so many times, he was actually guest starred, I think, once or twice on Deep Space Nine, and he guest starred Next Generation a couple times, and he was on the Voyager many times. And if you like the Borg, on Voyager, they go up against the Borg. And actually was able to kick some serious butt with the Borg. Even took one of the members of the Borg and made them a member of their own ship. Yeah. The Voyager was, right off the bat, just fantastic. Loved it. Well, I finally got done watching that. Then I found another Star Trek that was on Netflix. And this one was called... Oh, shoot. I'm going to probably get this wrong. My gosh. It was Star Trek Enterprise. Yeah, I think I got that right. Star Trek Enterprise was based on how it supposedly all got started, okay? Now, this is supposedly before the Enterprise that James T. Kirk was the captain of. This was supposed to be the very first Enterprise, the very first spaceship that got into outer space. Well, it was, I'll be honest with you guys, it was one of my least favorites. Out of all the Star Treks, this one was my least favorite, but it's still doable. Oh God, I still watched it. Oh yeah. Now I even went back not that long ago and watched all the series again. But it was probably my least favorite. But it was good. It has some, totally a lot of experience. And a lot of things happen, and it actually kind of tells the story. They all have a story to tell. And once you watch this one, it kind of puts everything else in perspective. Believe it or not, it puts everything else in perspective. Now, let's sum this all out. If I had to pick which ones I like the best and which ones I like the last, I think we're going to start off with, give me a minute, let me research the head and make sure I get this correct. Okay, for number one, I'm having a problem. It's a tie. For number one, it's going to have to be Deep Space Nine and the Voyager. It's an even tie between the two, guys. I'm sorry. I can't pick one over the other because they're equally was my favorite. Second place will definitely come the Next Generation. Third place will come the original Star Trek. And then the fourth place will be Star Trek Enterprise. I hate that, the thing about Star Trek Enterprise, it started off awesome. It started off really good, and then it changed on me. It's kind of like, I don't want to give anything away in case you ain't seen it, but it changed there for a while. And I didn't like where it was going. And that's kind of what kind of killed it for me. Well, guys, tune in next week. Of course, I'm not going nowhere. But tune in next week for a weekend tidbit. And we'll pick something else off Netflix. And we'll talk about it. In the meantime, I want you to enjoy Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays video. We're going to pull videos out of the video vault. Yeah, I'm going to pick a video that I have in the vault. And I'm going to tell you why I didn't use the video and what I thought was wrong with the video. And that's going to happen Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. In the meantime, I'm thinking about starting my third documentary. Yeah. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to go about this third documentary right now. I'm having a brain fart up here. Something, I mean, I know what I want to put out there, but I'm not sure how to present it yet. So what I'm going to do is Monday, we'll go ahead and do an intro. Why I didn't use the video, why I put it into the video vault. Then we'll show you the video. Wednesday and Friday we'll do the same thing. And hopefully by next week, I will have my third documentary up and running. If for some reason it doesn't come to me and I have to put it on the back burner, then we'll jump to something else. So until next time, guys, enjoy your weekend. I'm maybe going out for a bike ride, not 100% sure. And yeah, come on, let's get out of here. Hey everybody, you can now send me mail. Junk mail, any kind of mail, it doesn't matter. Postcards, because now I got a P.O. box. So, the link's down in the description. Check it out and send me something. Yeah?